Hey, what's up, Marks Mafia? We are back for another edition of Reddit Tuesday. It's your boy Primo from the pod. That's right, co-host from the East Coast of the Sit Down Marks podcast. We are in here collecting hot wrestling takes and back on Reddit, which is, as we all know it, the scummy armpit of the wrestling community. That's right. So let's get into it and let's dive into another Reddit Tuesday. Let's go. So first, diving into Squared Circle, let's see what we got in here. Randy Orton pretending to be a crew member trying to sneak under the ring. That's pretty funny, actually. You can see him here. I'm going to describe the clip for you. Obviously, I'm not going to play it, but he has on all black, and he's looking like he's actually trying to do something, but he's just going to sneak under the ring. It's whenever he RKO John Cena the other night. So that's interesting, and hilarious because he's just pretending to be a ring crew member. All right, next up. Buddy Matthews opens up about relationship with Rhea Ripley. I get kind of emotional talking about it. I've married my best friend. There isn't anyone that I'd want to spend any more time with. I only need her. Give me a pizza, my wife, a horror movie, and we are good. Well, I got to tell you, I listened to Buddy Matthews' interview on CVV. I actually listened to that today. And I messaged my wife right in the middle of it because Buddy Matthews reminds me a lot of myself and a lot of other proud husbands of their wives. When we were our wives' biggest cheerleaders, biggest supporters. The way that Buddy Matthews gushes over Rhea Ripley, just talks on and on about her. Hopes for her, nothing but success for her, and just wants nothing but the best for her. And that's how much he admires her and adores her and just cheers her on. That's, I'm the same way with my wife, and I really related to that. So I thought that was really, really awesome to kind of get to know him in that light. Obviously, I don't know him, but he let that layer unfold on CVV. I thought that was really, really cool. He's just like us, dude. He's just a married dude. I mean, he happens to be a really jacked professional wrestler in AEW, but also at the end of the day, he's just a married dude. He said if it all ended, he'd be more than happy to just have a family with Rhea. So that's pretty cool. I mean, he even went and talked about their Amazon spending, so that was pretty funny. Let's see, moving on. So we have had this debate around the internet for the last week or so about could 100 average people, male or female, take on one fully grown silverback gorilla. So let me run that back for you. Could 100 average humans take on one fully grown silverback gorilla? I've thought about it a few times. I've asked a few different people this question. I'm still skeptical. I definitely don't want to be the first 25. The first 25 are a sacrifice. I mean, 100%. But this says, could all 75 members of the NWO defeat a silverback gorilla in hand-to-hand combat? We got to open this up and see what the comments say. Before we see what the comments say, I got to say maybe, because they're a lot stronger than your average human being. So we'll see. It says, the poster says, I say yes unless the gorilla ends up joining the NWO in the end instead, in which case it could be a draw. NWO does take a whole lot of people, and, since there's always, D's out for Harambe, they might add a silverback gorilla to the NWO. First comment says, Hogan definitely not putting that gorilla over, brother. It's not good for business.
Cringe.
I agree. So, the next one says, I know this is going to get removed eventually by the mods, but this is the type of stupid shit I want to see more of in this sub. Hey, I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more, actually, because it gives me more content on Reddit Tuesday. And on top of that, I don't have to see the same thing about the major spoiler that came out on AEW last night. And I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, you guys build it up like it's every time a major spoiler, you're acting like The Rock is coming out. So, I mean, clearly I would care. I'm a wrestling podcaster. I would clearly care. But the thing is what I meant by that is it isn't to the level that you guys are hyping it to be most of the time. Let's move on here. Fightful Select says many wrestlers admitted they only found out they were once in line for WrestleMania matches after seeing their names in the Unreal trailer. Some said they had no talks about the matches that they were allegedly booked for, while others were frustrated as they ended up not even being on the show. Very interesting. Dominic Mysterio on what he did after winning the IC title. I did one long glance, and out of the corner of the eye, I saw corner of my eye, I saw my mom. And the only thing I did was shove the title directly in her face, as you should, Dirty Dom, because I'm pretty sure none of them thought I could do it either. You know what? Dirty Dom's a heel all the way to the end, even to Dirty Dom's mom. Let's move on to some R wrestling, shall we? They say spot the difference. It's Jey Uso kicking Logan Paul and Shawn Michaels kicking Hulk Hogan. Spot the difference. I mean, one is a super kick and one looks like a donkey kick, if I'm being completely honest here. That's just what it is. Jade Cargill is for the people. Everyone in the front row let their intrusive thoughts win. Yeah, I see about 1, 2, 3, including the little kid, at least 4 people staring at the yams that are right in front of them that Jade Cargill has presented for them. Moving on. Stephanie Vaquera has reached 1 million followers on Instagram, the second most followed woman on NXT roster, just behind Nikita Lyons with 1.1 million followers. I don't follow her on Instagram, I don't think, but so I'm going to go do that after this. I'll become one of those 1.1 million. My brother might even do it too. Who knows? Stephanie Vaquera is awesome. Who takes it? 100 See, here it is again. 100 WWE superstars versus one gorilla. Well, at this point, if we're saying 100 WWE superstars versus one gorilla, then I do think that it's 100 WWE superstars. These guys are already super athletic. I'm going to give it to them. All right. Let's see what the comments say. I can just imagine Braun trying to spear the gorilla. You imagine him trying to... There's no ropes to run off of, brother. Man, what the fuck is Liv going to do to the gorilla? If it eats Logan Paul and the other 99, call it truce and throw him a party. Andre would have a beer with him after the fight and laugh. There it is. No way Hogan is putting the gorilla over.
Cringe.
99 wrestlers fill. Then 09 Orton comes out. The gorilla cowers in fear. That's right. All right, let's move on here to our WWE. The most ass name. This is the most ass name you can think of. WWE Raw General Manager Adam Pearce has announced that the group of Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, and Braun Breaker will be known as the Trifecta of Terror. Judging by the name, it seems likely there will be one more member in this group. and then shows Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, and Braun Breaker. There's no way that's real. Let me look that up. I gotta fact check that. Please tell me that's not right. Nobody's saying it's wrong, but I am seeing multiple references to Seth Rollins with that name. So I don't know if it's real or not. I guess more yet to be seen. It says, what the fuck kind of name is that? I say the Visionaries. They give them 2K nicknames, bruh. Anyone but that. Anything but that would have been solid. Well, one thing hasn't changed in the post Vince era, and that is shitty group names.
Oh yeah!
Trifecta of Terra, Pure Fusion Collective. Someone needs a good Gibbs slap. I don't even know what.
Cringe.
That's so bad because last year Rhea and Priest were calling themselves the Terra Twins.
Cringe.
You're right. All right, in our last little bit here, this is a quick one. Let's, for the first time, show WWE games. Anything good? WWE 2K26 be like. It has Miro, Malachi Black, Ricky Starks, and Ray Phoenix, which of course now we know would be Rusev. I know that's terrible. Don't ever again, Primo. Malachi Black, which is now back to Aleister Black.
Oh yeah!
And Ricky Starks, which is now Ricky Saints.
Cringe.
But we do like Ricky Saints. So that's going to be probably your WWE 2K26 roster. So weird that you could do this plus Penta, Cody, and Punk. Man, that game was so ass. Oh, that's because they're showing. Okay, I get it now. I'm so dumb. You know why I didn't get it? Because I have maybe played the. I don't even remember what it was called. It's just the AEW video game. But I've only played that like one time ever because I played WWE, and that game looked complete ball sack. So. Karrion Kross Nova family now have their own nameplates after the new update. Ooh, those are nice. I do like that. An absurd amount of games for a 48-year-old gaming fan. Let's see what he's got here, guys. He's got WWF Warzone on PS1. Attitude, SmackDown, Know Your Role, Just Bring It, Here Comes the Pain, Shut Your Mouth, SmackDown vs. Raw, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, all for PS2. On PS3, he has 08 and 09, and Legends of WrestleMania, SmackDown vs. Raw, 2010, 2011. And then you got WWE 12, WWE 13, 2K 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm going to assume that's 19 down there somewhere. I think it's funny that I don't see 20, but that could be 20 right there. It's a good thing if it's not. I see 22, 23, 24, and 25. I have owned most of these. I haven't owned all of them. I'm pretty sure I had Warzone. I definitely had Know Your Role. I definitely had Here Comes the Pain, Shut Your Mouth. Most of the SmackDown vs. Raws. I did not have Legends of WrestleMania. I had WWE 12 or 13, one of those two. I've had all of the 2Ks except for 2K20. Pretty cool. I like that. I really like that. And he's 48. I'm only 35. Not bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Marks Mafia. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of Wreddit Tuesday. I know this one was short and sweet. That's just the way we like them nowadays. Because that 20-minute stuff, I mean, you guys really don't want to hear me yap for that long. Real quick before we go, though, let's get into a bit of a promo for the Sit Down Marks podcast. Of course, you knew I wasn't going to let you get out of here without me doing that. So, the Sit Down Marks podcast I recorded over the weekend, Cheap Pops with Primo, wrestlers you once hated but now love. Go check it out in visual format on my YouTube channel as well as audio platforms wherever you get your podcast. You can do it anywhere. So, Cheap Pops with Primo on the Sit Down Marks podcast, the newest latest episode. We also have episodes 156 and 157 that we released last week that you can go back and listen to. So go do that and enjoy every minute of it. You can leave comments on YouTube. You can leave comments on Spotify. You can leave reviews on Apple Podcasts. We will accept them all. Go down and join the Discord
Oh yeah!
that we are going to link at the bottom of this episode. And yeah, stay right, stay tight. And guess what? Top guys, it's just me. Out.